Hello and welcome back to my channel, Welshman Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing my review for Blue Beetle. So this is the newest movie coming out from the DC universe, but it's the first one for James Gunn's run in the movies now. Movie does star, is directed by Angel Manuel Soto. I think this is his first major English movie. It is his first big movie as well. It also stars Xolo Marduena. Apologies if I butcher these names. Who's Jaime Reyes, the main character of this movie. You'll know him from Cobra Kai, the spin-off series from The Karate Kid. And also stars Bruna Marquezin. Apologies again if I butcher these. Who's Jenny Cord, kind of the love interest in the movie, and the thorn in the side of her auntie, who is played by Susan Sarandon, who is Victoria Cord. Her father does go missing during the movie, so she's kind of doesn't like the way the company goes. So she's like the strong woman type one in this movie. There is a couple of others for the family and all. I'm not too sure who they. I've never seen them, to be honest, at their work, unfortunately. But I do recognise George Lopez, who plays Uncle Rudy. I recognise him, very funny in the movie. The story is pretty much goes: the Scarab lands on Earth from outer space. Susan Sarandon's company finds it, starts making mech suit type things, similar, like a little thing where a mech suit will just form over the soldier. So she's trying to sell them off onto the army. Jenny Cord finds out what she's doing, obviously selling it to them, using weapons again, because her father, who was in charge of the company, who disappeared, wasn't doing weapons. But since she's taken over now, after he disappeared, they're making weapons again. So she steals the Scarab, gives it to Jaime Reyes, who she met earlier in the movie, because unfortunately sticking up for her in front of Susan got him and his sister fired from their job. Takes it home. The Scarab bonds with him and turns him into the new Blue Beetle. Who they don't reference him being Blue Beetle during the movie. And then pretty much the rest of the movie is her company trying to get it back off him, and them trying to him and his family trying to get the Scarab off him as well, because he doesn't want it anymore. And then you have a big third act CGI fest then, where the family, after he gets kidnapped, plot point of the movie, he gets kidnapped, the family come and try and rescue him. So kind of a paint by numbers movie this is, especially for a comic book movie. I've seen it in countless comic book movies. It does take a lot from others, it does, and puts them into this movie. It is a really good film. I did enjoy it. I thought it was funny, good action, and the chemistry through the characters and the actors was very good, especially the family, the Reyes family as well. Nana Reyes really is a standout of this. She is really funny, especially towards the end when she picks up arms. You find out she was part of a revolution thing in her country. It was, so yeah, it was very funny, that was. It's not like it doesn't have its problems. Like I said, it's a paint by numbers movie. You've seen it all done before. The directing's fine. Not really anything to really write home about. I think he just does a really good job just getting the movie going. It does. Yeah, like I said, the best parts of these movies are the family aspects, because it is pretty much a family film and all that, where like Jaime Reyes' character comes home from university or college in America, and he finds out his family's lost their business, they're losing their house. Cord is kind of just going to be running through their neighborhood, taking down everything, getting rid of them. It is. So they're down there, but they're always upbeat that something's going to be better and that they're going to make money and stuff. So that's very good aspect. You do have a nice little, you have a very sad moment towards, like, just before the third act and all that, which spurs on the third act then. It does, so that's the thing. I like the music in this as well, a lot of synth music. It is, and I'm a sucker for synth music with 80s horrors and stuff like that, so I kind of really like this. Kind of similar to some of the Marvel ones, like Guardians of the Galaxy, later ones, and a bit of Thor, Love and Thunder and stuff like that, and Ragnarok, kind of that type of music, so I really did enjoy that. They do have a couple of other songs as well, like normal pop songs played in Spanish. I did like that as well. Susan Sarandon was a very good villain who you really did hate in this movie, and hope she got her comeuppance in this movie and all that. So, but like I said, the actors and all that, and the thing is very good in this movie. It is, and some of the dislikes is kind of the CGI is a little bit wonky in some part, not a lot. Like majority of it's much better in The Flash. That was really unfortunately bad in that, but in this one it's a lot better. The only stuff I really didn't like too much in the CGI is when they were doing the buildings, the city they were in, the big proper city and all that, not the outskirts. That looked a really bit of a wonky CGI, to be honest. And the third act battle between Jaime Reyes and Carapax, who is the main henchman of this movie, very CGI heavy, unfortunately, and they're flying around. You don't really see quite a lot of what they're doing until they land and fight. But yeah, it's not a very big thing. This movie and thing does really remind me of the Guyver, to be honest. The Biosuit, if you've ever seen that, that's a thing where a guy gets like similar to the Scarab and all that, and connects to him and makes him into a near impossible, unstoppable armored warrior. It does, but I think this came out before, like Blue Beetle design of this one. I think came out before that, because I was 85. I'm sure Guyver came out in 85. Yeah, it came out in 85, but the Blue Beetle, like the main character of it, Dan Garrett, who is mentioned in this being Jenny Cord's father, who went missing, does get mentioned. He is the original Blue Beetle in this story, to be honest. He was a crime fighter back in the day and all that. It was, but yeah, I'm not too sure when. It's 1939 he became, and then 1964 was the reboot. Just having a quick look. It is. I'm not too sure when it thing, but I'm not too 100% sure if it came out before the Guyver, this version of Blue Beetle, before the Guyver or after. But overall, it was but yeah, that kind of got me thinking of the Guyver quite a lot. So overall, I did enjoy it. Unfortunately, it hasn't done well in the cinema over the weekend and all. I think it only made like nearly between 45 and 50 million worldwide over the course of the weekend, and yeah, that's not very good at all, unless it gets word of mouth and it picks up a bit next week, but I really can't see it happening. And to be honest, DC have been having some bombs lately, and yeah, hopefully they can pick it up a little bit, to be honest. But they've got Aquaman 2, I think, is the next one coming out. And I don't think that's coming out till next year now. So things happening with the strikes and that. But we'll see what happens with Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot and people like that. Are they going to carry on with the DCU, this universe, James Gunn's one? Or are they going to reboot? I personally think they may as well just do a big, hard reboot after these movies and just start afresh. But that's my review for it. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's an average movie, paint-by-numbers movie, comic book movie, like I said. But yeah, 6 out of 10 I think is a generous marking for this movie. It is. And there we are. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Tell me down below what you thought of the movie, if you went to see it, or if you're going to go and see it. And if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.